What's up guys, Nick here again from CPAP Reviews. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are in the world. It's good to be with you. Today we're having a look at the ResMed P30i pillow mask, which is their latest and greatest, taking on from the P10 mask, which is also a cracker in its own right. But it's a new redesigned mask, so a completely new frame, pillow, headgear, elbow, new mask, and it looks fantastic. It does look, however, a lot like the Philips Dreamwear mask, so they've certainly borrowed a few design tips from Philips with this new mask. But the mask itself, if you're looking to get your hands on it, you can get it with either the standard starter pack or the small starter pack. The difference between the two starter packs is the frame size. So the standard coming with this medium or standard frame, this hollow frame section that runs down the side here, it's going to fit about 90% of you, and then the smaller frame starter pack. And each starter pack comes with 3 size pillow sections. So you've got your small, medium and large. You're going to be able to find a pillow section that suits your nostrils just fine. So let's have a bit of an up close and personal with the mask so you can get a better understanding of how the components fit together. So here we're up close and personal with the P30i from front on. As we swing around, we can see they have these nice soft wraps on the frame here. This is a hollow frame, so the air actually runs right through this frame section. Coming around to the nice soft headgear at the back here. You shouldn't have to adjust this too many times, so the Velcro should stay pretty good. And back around again. At the front here, you have their new QuietAir exhalation port. And on the top, you have the elbow itself. This elbow is a quick release elbow, meaning it's very easy to get up, take your mask off in the middle of the night. In order to change the pillow size, we just grab one hand on the pillow, one hand on the frame, and then just give a quick pull. And then again on the other side, quick pull. And then you can grab another one, another pillow. Now it's important here just to match up the little arrow here with the other arrow. There is no arrow, okay? So then so you're putting it in the right way. And then that's as easy as changing it. We can also remove, if we just pinch here, that's the QuietAir filter. You can take that out to be cleaned. And when you're cleaning the pillow section, if you want to get nice and inside the pillow section to clean it, you can clean it like so. Spinning it around here, we've got the elbow. That's a quick release just by pinching on those little sides there. You pinch that and the elbow comes out. You can also, just use that to be cleaning the inside of the frame there. But that's the elbow there. You can see it sort of swivels around like so. That's your new P30i. All right, guys, I'll quickly go through some of the key features of the P30i. Number one being this top of the head design where the tube connects. This is fantastic, especially if you're a side sleeper, because it removes all the mask tubing and everything from the front of the masks and puts it at the back. So when you are on your side, instead of having everything here in front of you and you're juggling it around when you're moving, it puts it at the back, so it's very easy to sort of switch over and not have to carry that tubing and everything with you and getting tangled up with that tubing. Same if you sleep on your stomach, it's very easy because it puts the tube at the back of the head there. Not so great if you sleep on your back, because obviously the tubing and everything is going to be sort of around the back of your head there. Secondly is this QuietAir diffuser at the front here. They reckon that it's 80% quieter than most of the nasal pillow masks on the market. And also with the diffuser means the air doesn't shoot across at your partner. So being quieter and with less air sort of diffusing out of that, it means that you can probably sleep a bit closer to your partner than you might be able to normally. Just be aware there are holes in the elbow at the top here as well, so you will get a little bit of air coming out through the top there. Another features, obviously a lot of the companies now going for this clear side of view. It makes it less claustrophobic, it feels a bit more minimalistic, and so when you're wearing it, there's not so much stuff junk in front of your face. Means if you want to scroll through your Instagram or your YouTube or you want to watch a bit of TV, read a book, you can do so before you're falling asleep. But just mainly I think it just makes it a bit more minimalistic, less sort of big and cumbersome, and that's what they're sort of going for. So let's talk about some customer feedback. 32 reviews I looked at had an average star rating of 4.5 out of 5. Now, anything over 4 is pretty damn good when it comes to CPAP masks, so 4.5 out of 5 is really good. Some of the negative feedback was relating to irritation around the nostrils. That's pretty standard, especially for people who are maybe trying a nasal pillow mask for the first time. Most of you be aware that you get a little bit of nose irritation, but that does go away if you wear it for a bit. You just got to let the nose heal and then you can put it back in and away you go. The skin around the nostrils will toughen up a bit. Like most things with CPAP, it's just about your body getting used to, you know, the foreign object essentially. And then another negative feedback was a little bit about the noise. Same with the Dreamwear, because this hollow tube here runs up beside your ears. Some people talk about noise of the air rushing past it a little bit. It wasn't a big feedback, but just a couple of people were mentioning that. One of the other things was that it wasn't secure enough. I imagine some people have been getting the wrong frame size. Maybe they're getting the medium when they should have been getting the small, and so it's a bit too big and it's a bit loose, and that way it's falling down a bit too much. But there wasn't much negative. A lot of the positives were around having that nice clear line of sight, like I said before, so not so much here in front of your eyes. Everyone's loving the top head part. Nice and easy to remove if you go into the bathroom at night time as well. You can just clip that off, go to the bathroom, leave your mask on, and come back, clip it on. So people are loving the fact that they're not getting tangled up in the tubing. Like I said, mentioned before, a lot of people are talking about that it's a really nice seal and very quiet. So there you go, very quiet and not having that air rushing around. So there's some of those positive things for you. One more thing just before I go, mask parts. So one of the good things I reckon about this, and it was the same with the Dreamwear, you're not going to be replacing a lot of parts. Like the P10, that elastic strap, you're always replacing, and it just becomes a very expensive exercise. This here, I know with the Dreamwear, you just didn't have to replace this frame very much. Elbow, you're not going to have to replace. The cushions at the front here, same with the P10 and the Swift FX, you don't have to replace them very often at all. And the headgear, I can't imagine you're going to have to adjust that very often. So that means that the Velcro is going to stick very good. It's not going to stretch too far. It's nice and thick and supportive. So I think this is going to be a really good mask for not having to replace so many of the parts, which is going to keep it relatively cheap for you. And to keep it even cheaper for you, I'm going to put a link down in the description where you can get it from. If you chuck in my name in the checkout, you're going to get it even cheaper than that. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to do a follow-up video on the N20, which is their nasal version of this mask. It is interchangeable. The cushions are interchangeable with the N20. So there's a little tip for you. And then the F30 as well. And then I do know that they're bringing out a new mask, the N30, which is going to be this with nasal instead of the pillow. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Been smashing out a few videos lately, and I'm spent. So all the best. It's time for some dinner. Have a good one, and all the best with your sleep apnea. Have a good night's sleep. Cheers. Bye.